This is Danny Film for ESBR Boxing in Liverpool for Diego Pacheco versus Jack Collin. It's a pleasure to have with me Darren Barker. Darren, not the main event we were expecting. Callum Smith obviously pulling out through injury. We've not really heard any details on the specifics of that injury. Can you shed any light on it for us? Do you know anything?
I don't know. I just know that there's been an injury, which I truly believe is the case, because I know there's been big fights mentioned against Besabiev, but this would have been a good fight, you know, to get under those lights again, get a bit of rust removed before going into one of those big fights. So there must have been a little niggle, and there's no need to take risks at this stage in Callum's career. I wish him a speedy recovery, and I hope the big fights get made for Callum. He deserves them. He's a big named fighter, isn't he? He's a superstar, so he deserves the big fights. But I'm thrilled, over the moon, that the show's gone ahead. They work so hard, all the lads and ladies on the undercard. This is their profession, this is their careers, so for a show to get cancelled really does hinder their progress as fighters. Some at different stages in their career, you know, novice pros, we've got fighters that are on the cuffs of big things, so really happy that the show's going ahead. I love the main event. It's great to see Diego Pacheco over on these shores. I'm a big fan of his. Very deceiving in his appearance and his personality. You wouldn't say boo to a goose, but when that bell goes, he can fight. He's a very, very good fighter. The way he takes distance away from his fighters, makes them fall short, fires back with sharp backhands, over the top, uppercuts. Very, very good fighter. But was impressed with what I heard from Jack Collin. You know, he understands he's a big underdog, but he fancies the job. He truly believes. It's not a man who's hiding behind words either. He really fancies he can rip up the script and get into some more big fights, because he deserves them. He's put his hand up for numerous opportunities, and he always makes a fight of it. So good luck to him.
It's a weird one. It's like two names like a few months ago you would have never put together, Diego Pacheco and Jack Collin. We know what Jack Collin's about, always entertaining fights. You've had the privilege of commentating some of Diego's fights over in the States. Just for some of the fans in the UK that might not know, like, this is a blue chip prospect over here. How would you sum up Diego to the fans in the UK who maybe aren't as familiar with him, just a more casual fan?
Brilliant. He's a very, very good fighter. Very calculated, switched on. With his punches, he's very accurate. He has every punch in his artillery, punches with both hands, level-headed, switched on, never looks phased or sort of concerned at any point. You know, he weathers any storms he's been under. His footwork is brilliant. You know, good on the front foot, good on the back foot. It's all fractions with Pacheco. He doesn't jump and leap out of range. It's just little bits to make his opponents fall short, and he'll fire back with you know, blistering speed and accuracy. And like I say, completely polar opposite to his personality. You know, very laid back and a very nice human being, but when that bell goes, he's vicious, he's spiteful, and a future superstar, no doubt.
Yeah, 100%. I think we're all looking forward to seeing him in action on UK shores. It could be the last time for a long time.
Yeah.
3 weeks away, roughly, Anthony Joshua, Jermaine Franklin. 3 weeks away, Anthony Joshua, Jermaine Franklin. Big fight for Joshua. He does go in the favourite. Does the link up with Derek James? I think there's a lot made of this link up. People thinking the sort of, you know, the style that James imprints on his fighter, with your Spences, your Charlos. Does that make it a bit more interesting, that we can maybe see a sort of remedy to the tentativeness that people think have crept into AJ's game recently?
Look, he's going to add another string to the bow of AJ. He's a superb coach, worked with some tremendous fighters, and I think that's what AJ needs. He needs to be fresh. He needs to have a new approach, and I think we need to find a little bit more of the old AJ in his performances now. A bit more spite, a bit more aggression, because when he fights like that, he's a very tough man to beat.
And just lastly on the AJ thing, there's been like loads of like photos circulating on social media of like ticket sales at the O2, and seems to be a few left. Does that make it sort of even more important that Joshua goes in there and sort of makes a statement against Franklin to get people sort of excited about his career again?
Yeah, look, I understand it. But a very good, vicious win, and he's banging the O2 out, you know, and it all depends on your dance partner as well. And I think Franklin deserves his shot. He was unlucky against Dillian Whyte, put on a great show, quick hands, puts them together well, but a fight in which I believe AJ should look good and certainly get the win. And then, you know, I don't know who they're talking about next, maybe the Dillian Whyte rematch, or if he can get back in there at the deep end with the likes of a Wilder or Fury, then yeah, he's that big of a draw with the right name to bang out any arena and stadium, no doubt.
Yeah, just lastly, still on the heavyweight division. Feels like months we've been talking about this potential undisputed fight between Fury and USYK. Frank Warren seemed a little less chipper about it in recent interviews. I think the consensus amongst boxing fans is it's not going to happen. Do you have any hope that we still might see that for April 29th?
We hang on to hope. It's all we've got in life. But just sign the fucking contract. It's an ego thing now. That's all it can be. It's ego, because they don't need money. How much money? Look, no money's enough. We all want more money than, you know, is required to live a comfortable life. They've got all the money in the world. I wouldn't mind being a pound behind one of them, I tell you. Do you know what I mean? But I just think it's an ego thing now. Who's the A side? Who's the B side? Just get it done. Get it done. For this is a boxing fan talking now. You know, I just want to see that fight happen. I'm a big fan of both. You know, I really am. I pray that one gets over the line, because why? What is it? What are we waiting for? Like, what is the issue here? I just don't understand it. I get it if, you know, you're skint and you need that big payday, that moment to change your life. But they as far as money is concerned, they have more. You know, they could make everyone in this room millionaires twice over. I really hope it happens. I really hope it happens, because, like I say, it's to find out who the real governor in the heavyweight division is. And like I say, I'm a fan of both. I just want to see it happen. Please happen.
I think we all can agree with that, Darren. Darren Barker, top man. Thanks for
Cheers, mate. Top.